lovely. Can I just ask before I start, and they all have got their cameras switched off, but has anybody had a special day with the Willow?
Feel free to put something in the chat if you don't want to speak, and we'll monitor that.
No. Okay.
Anyone else? No, from Karen has
No,
happened.
no. Karen, no.
No, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. So if I so just before I share my screen, Sam very kindly introduced me. So as Sam said, I've been a nurse actually now for 40 years. My background is I'm a children's nurse, and I live in the south, live in Kent, and I was looking after children, predominantly with cancer, when I was pregnant with my first son. And after I'd had him, I couldn't go back to nursing children. It was just too painful. So actually, I went to work for my local hospice. And it was there that I took a real interest in looking after young adults, really, with cancer and leukemia. So that's been my background for many, many years. I've actually worked with young adults with cancer and leukemia for 30 years, as Sam has said. And I set up my own young adult hospice. It was called the Jays, and people hated the word hospice, so we used to just call it the Jays. And it was all about supportive care for young people. And so over my career, nursed a vast amount of young women with breast cancer, patients with brain tumours, leukemia, lymphoma, bony tumours, because predominantly the younger people tend to get the bony tumours, the brain tumours. It tends to be as the women get older, although not always, I know that breast cancer is more prominent. So my background has been in oncology really, and palliative care, stroke supportive care for a long time. I used to refer people to the Willow myself, because I'd go in and I'd visit a patient and they'd be really quite stressed, finding life really hard, in the middle of chemo or in the middle of radiotherapy, and life was tough. They perhaps weren't able to do their job. Their husband might have taken time off to look after them. The kids were struggling. And I would go in and talk about the Willow, and I could just see the difference it made, just to know that have something to look forward to really made a difference. So I've been on the receiving end of referring into the Willow and seeing what a difference it made. So when an opportunity came up to go and nurse for them, I jumped at the opportunity. And they are an amazing organisation. They're quite small, but I'll talk more about that. So I'll try and share my screen and hope this works. Here we go. So the Willow Foundation, as it said, we plan special days for seriously ill young adults. They are special days and they really make memories. As I say, from a nurse that's referred into them, from now a nurse that works for them, I can't speak more highly of the whole organisation. A little bit slow moving on, I'm afraid. Apologies. It will get there. There seems to be a longer time delay than I intended.
It's probably just loading at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah. Worked before, didn't it?
It did. Can you click on your screen, see what I'll do it?
It might be easier if you do it and control it from your end, Sam. Shall we go back to that idea? Not moving on. Apologies, ladies. It worked earlier. Shall I stop sharing and let you?
Yeah, let me see if I can get it up. Let's see how we go. Share screen. You have to excuse me as I go through all my my things to find it. Where are we? See positive. Where are we? Slideshow. From beginning. Can you all see that? Oh no, hold on 1 second. Why have you paused? Oh, there it is. All right, got it. be open. Yeah, I think it's going slow on me as well. Why is it doing that? Resume share. Every time I go into it, for some reason, it stops sharing. Right, let me have a think. Apologies about this.
The best laid plans. It worked earlier, didn't it?
Good, yeah. Your screen sharing is paused unless I do new share. Is that working now? Yeah. Yay. There you go, Bev.
Right, brilliant. Okay, so we're back to who the Willow is for. Lovely, excellent. It'll probably go too fast now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Willow's mission, who we are, what's a special day, how you apply, the eligibility criteria, and then hopefully some time for questions at the end. So that's basically what we're going to talk about. As I say, okay, so here's some great photographs of days that young people have had, or young adults. And our mission is to provide young adults living with a life-threatening illness, and we all recognise that cancer is a life-threatening illness, and their families to the motivation to take advantage of what life has to offer. So with that, we mean that you can do a skydive if you wanted to, you can go to Centre Parks, you can have a spa day, but the whole idea of your day is that it gives you a positive, uplifting day and a day to make memories. You can see on one of these lower pictures that somebody wanted to go and meet the cast, I think it was of Emmerdale. So there is no day that we are not willing to try and plan for you, normally, of course. Bearing in mind that sadly, since we've all been in these COVID days from last March, we've had to close to our special days. But I'll talk about that, and we are looking at reopening. So the sort of things that we plan are football days, Centre Parks, forest holidays. You could have your own cottage or caravan if you want to. Some people want to go to a concert. That can be quite hard sometimes to fit in, obviously, the days and finding the day that suits you and the concerts on. But the special day makers work incredibly hard to try and ensure that your day is tailor-made to you. They do all the planning, all the organising, we pay for everything, and all you have to do is turn up for your special day. Okay, so Willow is actually at the moment the only national charity that funds and organises these special days for seriously ill young adults. Now, you have to be between the ages of 16 and 40. It was founded by, I'm sure you all know, Bob Wilson, the Arsenal goalkeeper, and his wife Megs. Sadly, their daughter Anna died of cancer aged 31. But Anna left the most amazing legacy behind. Anna lived her life, wanted to live it full and a very happy life. She wanted to see friends, she wanted to do spa days, she wanted to go on holiday. Anna actually lived her whole life with a very positive attitude. So this is actually a little bit of an ode slide. It says that we provided 11,500 special days. We've actually now provided closer to 13,000 special days. Touched the lives of more than 46,000 individuals, including family members and friends. Because your special day isn't just for you, you can take your spouse, you can take your family as well. So what is a special day? What do we mean by a special day? So every day deserves to be treated as precious, but the pressures, you know that much better than me, of your diagnosis and your treatment and recovery can be overwhelming. So what we aim to do is to redress the balance, giving you this unique and unforgettable special day, as I said, tailored to your needs. And we've talked a little bit about what you can do. You can go and have a UK city break, a theatre trip, a sporting event. You can go to a holiday park. Lots of our families choose to go to Chessington, Alton Towers. I'm sure there's lots of northern ones that I'm not talking of near you. I'm a southerner, although I was a northerner when I was born. I lived in Runcorn for the first 18 years of my life. But it can be absolutely anything that you want to do that you think will give you a lift for you and your family. So what is the impact of a special day? So we have had some independent research undertaken on behalf of the charity, because we are a charity. We receive funding from grants and trusts and corporates, and we have to show that the special day actually makes a marked and lasting positive impact on our beneficiaries. So this research that we did, all of our beneficiaries came back saying that their levels of hope were much better. It had a really positive effect, that they actually were more resilient to deal with their treatment. And actually, when you're diagnosed with cancer, one of the things that I used to hear all the time, you lose control. You feel that your whole life is out of your control. Doctors, nurses, physios, OTs, everybody suddenly has more control of your life. But actually, what our beneficiaries were saying is they felt that they were able to take control back. And actually, that was maintained. The levels of negative psychological symptoms and the negative effect all decreased following their special day. And again, our beneficiaries told us that was lasting. So they were much able to deal with their treatment. So what's our eligibility criteria? You do have to be aged between 16 and 40. But even if we receive your application form on your 40th birthday, we will still process that application for you. Resident in the UK, so obviously we take applications from Wales and Scotland and Ireland, and you must be receiving treatment for a life-threatening illness. So we're concentrating on cancer today. So when we get your form, you have to be having your chemo, having your radiotherapy, or within 6 weeks of finishing treatment. So we always advise our patients, stroke beneficiaries, ask your nurse or your doctor or whoever it is that's your key worker looking after you to refer you while you are receiving treatment. Because if your application comes in after treatment is finished, as I said, 6 weeks, then sadly we can't process that for you. And we are quite strict about that because we do receive a vast amount of applications. So get your application in early. So if you're aged between 16 and 40, resident in the UK, and receiving treatment, then you can apply. Slow down again. Here we go. So we've just recently, because obviously of COVID and none of us working in the office, the application form will now be all online. It will be an electronic form. So what happens is that you now hopefully will spread the word about the Willow and tell everybody what a great organisation the Willow is and what a difference it will make. Your nurses and doctors need to fill in part of the form because we need a medical referrer to confirm that obviously you have got cancer and you are going through treatment. And then there is part of the form that you will fill in. So both of you need to do that and both of you need to sign it. And then that's returned to us, that's emailed back to us. And then you'll be allocated one of these amazing special day coordinators. And I can't speak more highly of them. They're highly skilled. They receive your application, and it may well be that you want a theatre trip with a day in London and possibly a hotel stay. They will organise all of that for you. You'll get an itinerary with absolutely everything listed. So they go into the fine detail, they pay for everything. I say all you need to do is turn up and enjoy your day. It's a very, very full itinerary, and we get people to proofread them because obviously we don't want anything to go wrong on the day. So the itinerary will be sent to you and it will be sent to your medical referrer as well, because occasionally the medical referrer may say, actually, there's too much going on that day, Bev, because of their chemo, they're immunosuppressed, or they won't have great immunity, or they'll be a bit tired. Actually, can we change that around a little bit? So we do work with your medical referrer because we want that reassurance that if you're going to go to a busy place, which I know at the moment is not possible, but hopefully in the future, that you're not going to be putting yourself at risk because perhaps your neutrophil count is low, or your platelets are low and you might be at risk of a bleed. So we do need to have that medical reassurance that you're going to be fit and well for your special day. So that's why we need the medical referrer, because obviously we don't want to put you at risk. So when to apply, when can the special day take place, and how do we fund our special days? I have talked a little bit with you that you need to apply obviously when you are having treatment, and that's really important. So lots of people get the form and say, oh, I don't know what to do, or, you know, what sort of things can we do? Have a real think about how a special day might benefit you. Lots of people go to Centre Parks and then say, oh, I wish that I'd actually waited and gone to a concert, or perhaps had a spa day with my friends. So I think it's really important that you think about you. You're the one going through this treatment, having to go through chemo or radiotherapy, all the side effects that that has, you know, all the fears that go with it. So think about, how will a special day make me feel better? Who do you want to take with you? Is it your spouse, or is it a friend, or your children? And think about the experience of that special day and the memories that you're going to make, which we've talked about, that really will have a positive impact on your spirits and your well-being. So before you fill it in, have a really good hard think about where you want to go, who you want to be with you, and what will have the biggest impact to make you feel better. Now, sadly, during COVID, we had to stop all special days. And what's been happening for the last year, we decided that we didn't want to just leave our beneficiaries without anything. So last year, we sent positivity boxes out to all those young people, young adults who had sadly been put on hold, just to say, we're still here, we're thinking about you, and here's a box of treats just for you to enjoy until we can do your special day. But actually, we know, sadly, that there are a lot of young adults who are not going to get their special day now because treatments have changed. So actually what we have done is sent out special treat boxes to palliative patients who sadly are not doing well on their journey. And they have been so well received, because what these patients are saying to us is, there's nothing out there at the moment, Bev. We've been very lonely. We've been very isolated. Calls with our nurses are on Zoom. Doctors' clinics are on Zoom. So actually the feedback and the impact of these boxes has been enormous. And we're collating that at the moment. And currently we've sent out 120 boxes. And this is something we are now going to do alongside our special days for the future. So we'll always keep special days. We'll always aim to ensure that our patients, stroke beneficiaries, can have a special day. As I say, Centre Parks, concerts, football. But sadly, there are some patients who actually are too poorly to go and have that now. And actually these treat boxes, they're spa products, they're foodie products, they're family products. Families are very, very appreciative of them. But going back to our conventional special days, I love this slide. So these are some of the comments that we've had back. So Ellie with breast cancer. Apart from putting on my wig each morning, I didn't think about being a cancer patient all weekend. My worries were replaced with laughter and cuddles. I just love that. Tracy with lymphoma. Days like this are what make my illness more bearable, and it's a comfort to know I'm making special memories for my children. Sadly, obviously, her disease was terminal. And then you've got Martin with motor neuron disease and Daniel below with leukemia. But you can see the impact. So laughter. Sam said at the very beginning, we really did have a giggle. Laughter is so important to keep you upbeat and positive. Memories are important. Our magical time lifted everyone's spirits. How important is it to have, especially at the moment, to have your spirits uplifted? And when you're going through treatment, as I say, you know far better than I do, there's nothing more enjoyable than being able to see family and friends and do something really nice that will lift your spirits. We love getting the feedback at the Willow when we've done the special days. Well, we always share it and we always say, wow, look at the impact that the special day has made. So if you do have a special day, please send pictures in. Please tell us the difference it made, because it also lifts our spirits as well and makes our job feel worthwhile. And I think that's probably it.
Right, yeah.
Any questions? Silence.
I know.
Silence then.
Put in the chat if you want to. Anybody got any questions about that at all?
Pretty self-explanatory, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Do you know, I think it's absolutely amazing the work that they do. As you say, just having that day away from the normal appointment time, you know, sitting in the house and people asking you, are you okay? Because you're going to say, yes, I'm okay, because you don't want to go into it really, do you? You know, but yeah, having that, it's like clinging on to normal, isn't it? Getting a little bit normal.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice from Karen.
Isn't it
Is
amazing?
anybody who's on the call eligible to apply?
I think we're all old timers.
Oh, that's a shame. Do you have friends
that.
or people you know that you can tell about the Willow? Oh, I'm too old. Oh, sorry, Karen. Do you have people that you know that you're going through treatment with or been through treatment with that you could tell about the Willow?
I think we've got quite a few ladies that we could.
Oh, what a shame. That's so interesting. Now, Laura, that's really interesting. So throughout COVID, one of my aims, because we haven't been able to do the special days, is to make sure more people know about the Willow Foundation, because I think that's really interesting. I don't think enough people know about it, and we need to get much, much better coverage nationally, because it's really sad to me. I mean, the Willow has been going for a very long time, and it's sad to think that you've missed out when you could have had this special day. So one of my aims is to make sure more people do know about it.
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
I think I felt when I was 41, I was spotted.
It's the fundraising, we're always so grateful, we really are, but we'll definitely people. Oh, you see, it's really interesting. People haven't heard of us.
No.
So you can all go and spread the word and tell them the difference it makes. I mean, I can't speak more highly of them, not just because I work for them, but as I say, being a nurse, going into young people who are going through the cancer journey and turn their whole world upside down, to know the feedback when they come back of how much they feel better, how much it's lifted their spirits, has been incredible. So I say, if you don't remember another thing about the Willow, just tell people to apply while they're on treatment.
I'll send them to our website, because this is going on to our YouTube channel as well. So
that's
we'll
great to hear.
This video. So if you go to the Sam's Diamonds on YouTube channel, as of next week, this video will be up there, so they can find out a little bit more. It's interesting to
know. Definitely. So Laura, they really don't. So we take anybody who's been diagnosed with cancer, obviously at an early point in their journey if possible, so they don't miss out. But no, you don't have to be palliative, terminal. Obviously the special treat boxes are slightly different at the moment, but no, you just have to be diagnosed, obviously, with your cancer or your leukemia, and you can apply, because lots of charities tend to focus, don't they, on terminal or palliative. We're not like that. This is about making a difference to you on your cancer journey.
Bev, could you ever get too many people applying, or have you got enough funding?
Well, we've never been at that point. That's an interesting point, Sam. Never in the whole time that I've known the Willow. They've always been able to process the applications. Like everybody, our finances have been hit, and we've had to reduce our budget slightly. We've got patients obviously who have been waiting throughout the whole of COVID to have their special day, and we are honouring their special day. They'll be taken before the end of October, and we then will be reopening to new applications. We may need to look more closely at the applications, and we are looking at our strategy going forward, because obviously, like everybody, sadly, COVID has hit the finances. So we might need to slightly adjust the way that we plan our special days. But I hope that we will never have a day where we'll be turning anybody away, Sam. That's certainly not the ethos of the Willow.
Brilliant. That's good news.
So watch the website, because the website will announce when we're open to new applications. So at the moment, we are honouring our applications that have been on hold throughout COVID. We're obviously delivering the palliative care boxes, the special treat boxes, but we will definitely be reopening to new applications.
That's awesome. We've put the link to the website in the chat as well.
That's great.
Get to it. But yeah, that was brilliant. It's really very thorough of you.
That's all right. I hope it was okay. I feel bad that I haven't filled the hour.
No, not at all. Believe me, it means that we get to have a cup of tea before the next one anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, and I'm going to go and walk my dog.
Oh, lovely. It's a lovely day too, so yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh, there, look, Jessica's put the link in.
Yeah, it's awesome. So everybody can get onto you now and they can find where you are, find out more.
Thank you so much.
Information, that a lot of that information you've said is on the website as well, isn't it? So,
Yes, it is.
you know,
Yeah.
that's really good. Well,
I hope you have a good day, everybody.
yeah, thank you so much for coming on and doing that for us, Bev. That was really, really appreciated.
Really welcome. I hope to be able to help you more in the future.
Oh,